Well, there's she gone, but I want to tell you guys how we were ripped off yesterday in Orkney. But first off, let's get over to the ferry terminal. Right, I've just seen the ferry coming in, so I'm going to park up for that right now. I need you to know that we've had the most amazing week on the Orkney Islands. It is fantastic. It's a special place, and we get it now, so we totally understand it. I know many of you mentioning, you know, you're going to love Orkney. We love Orkney. We're coming back for sure, although not in the winter. We wouldn't like to be here in the winter. And I hope we've shown in some of the videos what a special place it is. And the islanders have been so friendly, so welcoming. They're absolutely perfect. However, when we got off the ferry last night, we went into the chip shop and I said, you know what, can you order me a taxi? Now, I'd normally use Uber, as you've seen in the past, but they take a big chunk of the dough. So I thought, oh, spending money in the community, that's the thing. So they ordered me a taxi. And it was a 7-minute drive, 3 miles, and he charged me £16 something, and then he shortchanged me. So it ended up costing me 19 quid for that taxi. That left a really sour taste in my mouth. It really did. It hasn't spoilt the fact, it hasn't spoilt our week in Orkney, but it did leave a sour taste. It's always bloody taxi drivers rip you off that leave that sour taste. So I wanted you guys to learn from this. Maybe just use Uber next time. I checked on Uber, it was £7 something on Uber for the same thing, and they'd have taken 3 or 4 quid of that. So hopefully you can learn from that and don't get ripped off by the taxi drivers. And there she is, and look how still it is out there. Fantastic. I know we're in the harbour, but fingers crossed, we'll just smooth crossing. Right, off chatting there, and they're loading us up already. Right, let's go, let's go, let's go! And we're moving now. Okay. See you later!
How come we were here first?
You want some tickets?
You've got different tickets? Is it just you travelling?
Just me, yeah. She's flown out this morning.
Oh, right, I'll go then.
Thank you. And it looks that flat, I'm not even putting this into ferry mode to lift the back. I'm going to just drive straight on. Look how flat that is. Perfect. Fantastic. Perfect. Right, let's get up on deck. What's that?
That one there, that tanker, 33.4 thousand litres
Of whiskey.
12-year-old whiskey. I've just checked it at Tesco's, it's £44 a litre. So retail, there's £1.2 million worth of whiskey just there.
Wow.
Retail, obviously.
Wow. Highland Park.
I've got 12-year-old, I've got 14-year-old, which is a very special. This is normally only found in global travel retail in the airports.
Well, then I'll try whatever you recommend. Cause I'm
Well, I recommend all 3.
Oh.
And a very, very light, delicate 16-year-old, beautiful
Wow.
whiskey.
I'll try the very light delicate.
Yeah.
I would, but since I'm driving and the Scottish laws are zero, I'm going to have to give it a miss this time, but thank you anyway.
We appreciate that.
There's that Magnus Lounge again, but I've just had a look. It's $7.50 for adults and $3.75 for children, and you're going to get tea, coffee, soft drinks, bar drinks on the house, pastries in the morning, bacon rolls, complimentary daily newspapers, magazines. It's well worth it, I think. But I'm with these guys, so I'll hang with them instead. But probably worth upgrading to that.
Oh my god.
And we got sun on the sun deck today, yay! Beautiful, look how still it is out there, fantastic. And we're off. Orkney, you've been amazing, we'll be back for sure. And look how dramatic it is with the cloud over there. Fantastic. Absolutely amazing. And there we have it, Scrabster. And back to the van. Thank you. Yay, we're back on the mainland. So tonight I'm planning to stay at the Lather on wheel, and that's about 35 minutes if we go down the A9. However, we're continuing the NC 500 around, and it's going to take about an hour and a quarter to go this way, but that's okay, I'm in no rush. So next stop, Jona Gros. I noticed this last time, they've put luxury holiday lodges there now, and there's a campsite right there you can use. There's the electric chargers that I plugged in and cooked me dinner. here we are. It's nice and quiet because it's 7 o'clock, but there you go. Beautiful, lovely, calm day. And there's the sign. Right, perfect, got the shot. Now, onwards. And because it's so quiet, I was able to park right there. I am shattered, so if I'm looking tired, I am. And if you watch me do the NC500 in the buzz, you'll remember I stopped at these charges here and I cooked a salmon and potatoes. And back to the van. Oops, I left the keys in there. That was lucky, but there's no one around this time of day anyway. Look at them. Brilliant. And they weren't there when I did it in 2016 for the first time, so they're fairly new. Right, I am shattered, but I've got around about a 50-minute drive left to get to the Lather on wheel, and then I can park up for the night. Right, I've arrived, but it's pretty darn busy out there, and I've just stuck it in here across the road from them, and I'm blocking their view, but there's nowhere else for me to go. So we've got Pride of Place right there. Look at that view I've got for tomorrow. And I will show you around a bit more tomorrow, but the other guys are parked up here and here, and I've just bumped into these guys from Highland who enjoy watching the videos, so fantastic. Good morning. Well, what a lovely evening it was last night. We had a barbecue out there, we were chatting and playing music till late, so yeah, a bit tired this morning, but let me show you where I've woken up to this morning. There are a few vans across here, and look over here. Is that not one of the most amazing views to wake up to? And that's what I call breakfast with a view. So as I said yesterday, we're at the Lather on Wheel. Of course, I'll put a link in the description, but it seems to be quite a popular spot. As you can see, it's full, but it is so idyllic here. And look, the sea is so calm out there. It's also a really nice temperature. I know the rest of the UK is basking in a heat wave at the minute, and it's just pleasant here, really pleasant. Some lovely little fishing boats down there. And over here, look, there's a door in the rock and a little window. I doubt we can see anything in there. Now, it is quite slippery here as well, so I need to be careful. But what a spot this is. Definitely one of my favourite park-ups in the UK yet. Look how still that is out there. What a contrast to what we had in the Orkney Islands, eh? Wow, what an amazing park-up that was. Of course, as I said, I'll leave a link to it in the description below, guys. But I've got to hit the road. I've got a heck of a driving day today. I'm going to finish the NC500. But also, somebody got in touch and told me about the snow roads in Scotland. So if I've got time, I'm going to try and do those as well. As you might have seen last night, I was with Phil, Bex, Marcus, Cheryl, Zoe, and there was also a subscriber that watches the videos in from Ireland, and he was really pleased to join us there, and that was really nice. And there was also another couple of vans there. I think Jamie, who works at VW, and his wife and his friends. And it's just good to have a catch up and, you know, talk all things motorhomes and all about park ups, and it's my favourite subject, guys, so I love it. So if you do see me out and about, definitely come and say hi, come and have a chat, and I've usually got stickers and air fresheners too. Right, I've driven for about an hour and 20 minutes and I'm feeling a bit peckish, so I found a lovely spot to pull over. Look at the view out there. And I've put some fish fingers in the air fryer. So I'm going to have an early lunch and have some fish finger sandwiches, because I've been up since about 5:30 this morning, so I'm getting a little bit hungry. I've been able to stop and have a bite to eat with a view like that. Priceless. And there we go, fish fingers with Tommy Ketch. Also, I like a bit of tartar sauce with them, but I ain't got any of that with me. But let me know in the comments, what do you have your fish finger sandwiches with? Perfect. Right, let's get back on the road. So that's it, I'm just coming into Inverness now. I can see the stadium here on the left. So that really completes my NC500 trip. I'm not going to go along the bottom and join it back up again. That's probably my least favourite part to go. Talking about favourite parts to go, most people, as I said before, say do it anti-clockwise, because you'll keep the west coast, naughty elephant, squirt water, never eat shredded wheat. You keep the west coast for last. But I feel like, you know, the east coast is still very, very picturesque, especially the top half part of it. So let's not overlook that, you know, it's just not as mountainous. There's still beautiful views and hills, and driving it the opposite way around has actually made it a different drive. It's made it really, really interesting for me. So if you've done the NC500 one way, have a go driving it the other way. It's fantastic. Right, as I said earlier, one of you guys have mentioned the snow roads that I hadn't heard of. So I'm going to try and find them now and see if you can drive the snow roads down through the Highlands. Okay, I've arrived in Granton-on-Spray, and it looks fantastic. What a beautiful looking place. Thanks for the recommendation. Whoever did recommend it, let me know in the comments if it was yourself. Now, I've put the route in to go down to Blairgarry, and we want to go via Ballyton, and that's 2 hours and 9 minutes. So there we go. Looking like just over 2 hours to do this route. So let's give it a go. So I've just seen a sign for the Highland tourist route, and I'm not sure if that's what this is or what. But if you know what the snow roads are and why they're called the snow roads, let me know in the comments. I'm guessing it's because we're near the skiing areas. Wow. Well, the road surface, fantastic. The road's nice and wide in most places, and it's signposted well as well. But I don't know, I've never heard of this. Absolutely, what a drive, fantastic. I'm blown away. You know what, I'm eternally grateful for you guys. I get to drive around the UK, around Europe, around the world, driving these roads and making these videos, and I'm so grateful for you guys back at home watching, liking, sharing the videos. So thank you very, very much. Right, this is a ski resort I've just come to here. So maybe that is why they call it the snow roads, because it's amongst all the ski resorts here. But I'm at Lake Gobain. I know I've made a pig's ear of that, but man, it's perfect here. It's beautiful. Except I'm sure it'd be a lot better if it had snow. But there we go. Lech Ski Centre, Lake Gobain. And I'm just about to enter Aberdeenshire. Beautiful, what a drive. And look at that there. Still a beautiful van, eh? Right, couple of photos and back on the road. And not before I have a mini Tunnock's caramel biscuit. Don't worry, honey, I've left some for the boys. Forget that 2 hour thing, I'll keep pulling over to take photos. It's probably going to take more like 3 hours. Right, I've just driven past Braemar Castle, which had a notice actually saying it's only open from Easter to October, so which makes sense. And then through Braemar itself, what a beautiful, beautiful village that is. There is so much to see and do. If I was stopping and doing things, I'd probably need a couple of days, not a couple of hours to do this route. And also I noticed on the way out of Braemar, there is a nice big campsite as well. Oh, and pronunciations. I may not be getting them right, but look, I'm doing my best, okay? Okay, I've just recognised the village I've gone through there. That's where it was just all gridlocked up with lorries and traffic and getting back through when I was taking a detour when I came here in the buzz. So this bit of the road I'm on now to Blairgarry, the last little bit, I've driven it before. Right, I've just pulled over in Blairgarry and I've just stopped at Greens of Blairgarry. Did get a few bits, got some chewing gum, got some grapes to snack on, but I saw a steak and haggis pie there. So gotta give it a go, eh? That's not steak and haggis pie. That's chicken curry.
A few minutes later.
Right, let's try again. I should have a steak and haggis now, but they said I could keep my chicken curry one, so that's good. I mean, it tastes nice, but it's not steak and haggis that I wanted to try. So let's have a go with that one. Ah, that looks better. Oh. Oh. That's good. Something different. I'm back on the road. Right, my plan is to try and make it to the Metal Bridge Inn tonight, and that's 3 hours away. And then that leaves a shorter day of driving tomorrow.
3 hours later.
Right, I've arrived, and it's 20 to 8 now, and I've been on the road since 9 o'clock this morning. So nearly 11 hours, with lots of stops, I must add. I must have stopped 20 times, something like that. Including filling up with one of the most expensive fill-ups I've done in a while, because it was at the services on the motorway. And I stopped to finish eating them pies. Boy, that steak and haggis pie was the best. It's a Fisher and Donaldson. That's probably the right one to get, yeah? It was like the Ron Evans pie of Scotland. It was perfect. Right, I've managed to get a spot here, exactly the same spot I got when I was in the buzz. Let's just pop in and check I'm okay here. Hello, mate.
He said no. But we can't. Yeah, he said he just saw you pulling and we can't take any more.
So apparently they won't take motorhomes after 7 o'clock here.
We won't take them after 7.
After 7 o'clock, they're not allowed to take motorhomes. So we'll go and find somewhere else, guys. Thank you anyway. So I'll just do a little bit of voiceover here because I'm very tired, guys. I've been driving all day. But in their defence, it does say pre-bookings only, and they do not take anyone after 7 o'clock. Never mind. Let's just find somewhere else. 8:15. I've been on the road for over 11 hours now, but I'm parked up at Toddle's rest area. I actually stopped here on the way last time to jump into the petrol station there. It's a lorry rest area at a petrol station. There's about another 10 lorries here as well. The petrol station will be open 24 hours. This facility is here and it's completely free, and there's lots of reviews to say it's fine to stay here, although these lorries might be starting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I can rest up now. I can stop and get in the back, watch a bit of YouTube and climb into bed. I'll pick you guys up in the morning. Good morning. Well, I slept well. Even though I woke up this morning and both lorries either side have gone, I was out like a log last night, so that's fine. Right, it's a miserable old day there, although I think the sun's trying to come through. I'm just going to get ready and hit the road. I've got about 4.5 hour drive to go home. Before I hit the road, I normally show you around the place I stayed and the facilities they have to offer. However, the toilets are those 5 portaloos, and you don't want to see them, but it is handy to have a 24-hour shop just there. Right, as that air suspension fills itself up and a load of water pours off the roof, there's something actually refreshing about staying somewhere like this, and I know many of you are going to disagree and not want to stay anywhere like this, but you know what? I turned up late. I got parked up here. I didn't need to go out and do anything and go in the pub. I didn't leave the van. So, and it's completely free. There's toilets across the road and a shop if I need it. So, you know what? I like stops like this. They're great. And in fact, I had a comment on Facebook. A woman the night before stop at the Lather on wheel, and she's like, "Why can't you go to campsites? You're sponging off of things." You clearly don't get it. We're all different, you know. And I don't like going to campsites. I'll go to campsites when I need to, but you know, stops like this that are just convenient, pulling up late, parking, not even leaving the van, sleeping, driving off the next morning, completely free, are perfect. And stops like the Lather on wheel, you cannot get a view like that at most campsites. So, you know what, if wild camping isn't for you and you prefer campsites, that's great. You do you, and I'll do me. Right, let me give you some stats. I know you like the stats. Mileage. It looks like, by the time I get home, I've done just over 1,800 miles. And that's to leave Milton Keynes, to get up and do the NC 500, head over to Orkney, back, complete the NC 500 to Inverness, not along the bottom, and then back home again. So just over 1,800 miles, probably 4 tanks of fuel or so. And reflecting on our trip to Orkney, what an amazing trip. We love Orkney, and hopefully we showed that in the videos, and the people of Orkney as well. Really, really friendly, very welcome. So let us know in the comments, is this a trip that you've done or a trip that you'd think that if we inspired you maybe to go and check Orkney out, because you really must. I had no idea I was going to love it as much as you did, but there we go. And if you've been following along on Facebook and Instagram, where we post live updates, we think of it kind of like a behind the scenes on recording the videos and a little taster about what's up and coming in the next few weeks when we get the videos edited and uploaded. So yeah, let me know what you thought of the trip. Right, I have got just over 2 hours left. I'll be reunited again with my beautiful wife and my boys. I haven't seen them for nearly 2 weeks.
2 hours later.
And just like that, I'm back home.
Yay, we're all back together, and I surprised Steve with a brand new t-shirt.
Right.
I know all about romance, don't I?
Lindsay's been secretly working on these for a little while.
Yes.
It's our retro design.
Yes, I'd rather be roaming, because who wouldn't? It's got a retro motorhome on, and the women's style is actually a women's style this time. We've got a nice wide neck, cap sleeves, and it's fitted, but all in the right places.
And my men's or unisex one as well. I'm in a double XL. It's nice and big on me. I also fit in an XL, so that's me for size.
Yeah, I'm in an XL. I'm usually a 14 waist, 16 boobs.
There you go.
But there's plenty of room. So
and it's remnant of our very first motorhome.
Yes.
isn't it?
That was the vibe I was going for. A retro summer of roaming. It's awesome.
Exactly that. So these are available right now on our website, guys. Head on over there.
Yes.
They're free shipping as well, and they're available for a limited time, only for this summer.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I hope you've enjoyed the Orkney trip.
It's been fantastic. I've loved every minute.
Yeah.
You've loved every minute.
Absolutely.
I want to say thank you so much for coming along. We've really appreciated all the views that we've had. You just help make these trips fantastic.
Right. Our video next week will be the first one from our European trip, so definitely want to tune into that one.
Yes, we're heading off very soon. So if European trips and European motorhoming is your thing, if you're not already subscribed, you might want to consider doing that.
And head on over to RomanRadfords.com to pick up one of these retro t-shirts. We'll see you next week.